What's going on, YouTube? I'm not that excited today because I've got some bad news, but I also have good news. So I guess I'll go over the good news first, and that's that I've got a little bit of a garage surprise here. Some of you might know what could be in this box, but I'm thrilled that this came. This is going to be a separate video, but basically it is a Max Jacks lift, and I'm not sure if I want to put it on this side or put it on this side. But either way, that is the good news. The bad news is that the 135 is not running good. I'm not sure really what's going on. After I replaced the clutch, it started acting up, and based on some of the codes it's throwing, I think I have an idea of what's going on. But let me just show you. I'll show you. Alright, I'm going to start it up. Limp mode. So let me connect to the JB4 here and show you what's going on. Read codes. So throttle valve potentiometer, 2 codes for that. And I read up on this, and since I'm an internet mechanic, I think it's the throttle body. So it doesn't run right. It kind of hesitates, I guess. It won't stay idling right. It wants to die randomly. So overall, it's just not running right. I can't get limp mode to go away. So I think either the throttle body itself is going bad, this piece here, or maybe a connection inside from the plugs, because I did have to extend the harnesses to reach this point, because usually the throttle body is about, you know, right here on the stock manifold. But since I have a bunch of spare N54 parts, I know I do have a stock throttle body somewhere in here. Geez, manifolds on manifolds on manifolds. Yes. So, I think to cut through the crap and see if it's just the throttle body right away, I am going to take the throttle body off of here, and this is the throttle body that came on the engine that's in the car. I swapped over my old throttle body that was on my old engine just because I know that was working. So I kept the one that came with the new engine itself. I just didn't use it. So today's project, I'm going to be swapping throttle bodies, and if that doesn't fix it, I guess you guys will watch me continue trying to get to the bottom of it. If anyone's curious what this looks like when you pop the side cover off, I just went ahead and did that on my spare one, popped these clips out, because I want to paint this. I've got some nice Rust-Oleum here that'll make this look a lot better, because as you can see, well, maybe it's not as noticeable in the camera, but it's definitely noticeable in person how kind of that looks really nice, and then the throttle body just sticks out like a sore thumb. So hopefully the paint I have will be a much nicer, closer match to the intake manifold itself. But we're gonna spruce this thing up before I remove that one and replace it, just so it has time to dry. That hammered finish actually looks nice. So I'm gonna let this dry. I am by no means a professional painter. I just wanted to make it look good from a foot away. Just got the old throttle body out. And as you can see here, old versus new. Now you can probably tell a bigger, better difference after the painting. So this turned out really nice. It's all cleaned up. This is the one that was in there. Super dirty. But I'm hoping this fixes the problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the new one installed. And just like that, the new throttle body's in, and it looks much better. Hopefully you guys can tell the difference, but I definitely can. This engine bay is looking good. The next step is to see if it worked, so I have not started it yet. We're doing this together. Let's see if I can get rid of that limp mode. The only thing I'm wondering about is it might automatically do it until I clear the codes. Let's see. Okay, so it's still there. The real test will be if I clear the codes and it comes back. Okay, so checking codes. Same things, let's delete them. Okay, car died. Let's see. Let's restart it. Oh, still the same thing. This is exactly what it was doing before. The jumpy idle. Let's delete this. So we're still getting that code. I'm wondering if we need to reset the adaptations. The car is probably still used to the other throttle body, so I'm going to get out my MHD tablet and reset adaptations and see if that clears up the issue. As you can see, I've got the cable plugged in down there and the MHD app open on my tablet. So I'm going to go over to the codes section here, and again, car on, but not actually on, so just in the ignition on position. I'm just going to go ahead and reset adaptations for throttle. Throttle was reset. And I believe you're supposed to wait. Yeah, after a throttle reset, turn off ignition. Then turn ignition on and wait 30 seconds before starting the engine. So I guess it wouldn't hurt to also clear some of those other ones at the same time, like the intake mass flow. But I'm going to wait that 30 seconds and then give her a shot. I've had the ignition on for over 30 seconds now. I've got both devices here, and I'm going to go ahead and start the car. Okay. So far, no, oh man. Let's see what's going on here. Throttle valve, potentiometer 1, plausibility with regard to air mass. So I'm wondering if one of the mass airflow sensors is bad, one of those T-map sensors I have. I'm going to try one more thing here, and that's to replace the T-map sensor that's on the manifold itself, since I have two spares. So on this Doc race manifold, it's mounted underneath, So I'm going to try and take that sensor out and swap it out, see if that fixes it. I've got the one from the car out, and I've got the used one that was on one of those manifolds. I'm going to throw this one in the car and cross my fingers this does something. I just installed that other T-map sensor, and now I want to see if it did anything. So let's see. Nope, didn't do anything. Let me just connect and make sure we're getting the same codes. Same thing. Went away. No codes found. I don't know if I trust it. I don't know if I trust it. Well, let's, I guess, see what happens here. Read codes. No codes found. I don't know, I'm skeptical. I guess let me try shutting it off and turning it back on. Maybe that'll. I will say I've noticed this so this is not something that happened one day and it happened all the time. It was like slowly started cropping up. At idle it'd get choppy, or the car would shut off, or it'd throw limp mode and I'd clear it and it'd go away and stay away. So that's why I'm kind of skeptical of this, is because this isn't like a every single time it happens thing. It's just been starting to happen more and more and more and more, to the point where, as you guys saw, as soon as I start it, limp mode's triggered and it's unhappy. So I don't know if it's in my head that once the car's warmer it doesn't do it as much, because I don't know what the heck is going on here. But let's try to start it again. Let's see what happens. We get, yeah, see, that's what I was skeptical of. So I bet if we do this, we'll find the same code. Oh my god, this camera. Oh, I suppose I probably should connect to my JB4. Oh, I see. It's trying to focus on my light in my garage. There we go. Okay. Let's go over to the codes. Read codes. Same thing. Oh, what the heck? Yeah. Now it's number 2 and not number 1. And the 2 CF7 versus 2 CF6. So I guess the only other thing that I'm gonna try is resetting the battery, unhooking the battery, leaving it sit for a minute, rehooking it up. But if you guys have any ideas, I'm struggling here. So let me know what you might think, because I want to get this thing back in tip-top shape, and I can't be doing anything fun with it if it's always going into limp mode randomly. The engine seems healthy. I don't know what's going on. So drop a comment down below. Sorry I didn't show you guys a fix, but this is what I'm dealing with, and this is the nature of cars. So I'd love to hear what you guys think. But anyways, be sure to subscribe, like, you know the drill, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.